Demands are ever changing, workflow's high, projects are critical, time feels pressured, headspace feels non existent. What's downtime? Running a business and a life, you've got to learn how to prioritize. And it's not easy. Welcome to the Alchemy of Alignment. I'm Suzy Sanders, your ever curious host and the founder of Alchemy Virtual Assistants. And today we're going to look at purposeful prioritization with a national award winning virtual assistant and the owner of the UK Society of Virtual Assistants. I'm so happy that Gwen Backhouse has made time to come and share some of her wisdom with us today. Gwen, you are remarkable. I am so glad that we're here to have this conversation. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And thank you for having me. I was really excited to be here and talk to you today.
I know we were just chatting before, weren't we? Both
We
of
were.
us love a tangent. We love a conversation. So I'm gonna work hard to keep us slick, on point, and purposeful today. So thank you for making space because you're a busy lady. There's no denying that. So Gwen, how do you prioritize what matters?
Oh, right. Okay. So I think my number one way of prioritizing what matters is boundaries.
Mm.
So I actually had a virtual assistant on a call yesterday, and she asked me, "How do you make sure that people don't contact you in the middle of the night?" It's like, boundaries, boundaries. And to me, boundaries are so important, and they have to be because I am busy. I have my own business. I have the SVA as well, and I make sure that I clock off at 5. And my evenings are sacred times, and so are my
Mm.
weekends. If I choose to work during those times, that's on me. But clients know that they are not to contact me in those times. And if they do, unless an arm is hanging off or something and it's that urgent, then they will not be getting a reply. And they learn very quickly that that is the case. Virtual assistants tend to appreciate boundaries anyway because they have them themselves. So I find with the SVA, they're very good about keeping it within working hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, those boundaries, they ensure that my personal life is still sacred time, and my work time is my work time. And that to me is
Mm.
everything.
Oh,
But
so
yeah,
important, Gwen.
yeah,
Boundaries. And
yeah.
I know I was smiling and I was also getting a little shudder when I heard you say boundaries as well, because it's not an easy thing.
It's really
It
not.
is.
And I learnt this the hard way. First few years in business, I had a client who I was kind of managing diaries for EA work for. And she did sort of call at all hours. And
Mm.
being a new VA and wanting to please, I would answer, and I just made a rod for my own back. And in the end, I sort of said to this has got to stop because actually I'm not getting my downtime. And even
Mm.
though the trouble
Mm.
is we carry our phones with us everywhere, don't we? So if a message pops through on Messenger or WhatsApp, or you're instantly back in work mode. And if,
Yeah.
like I was last weekend, up a big hill, and my phone goes ping, I think I wrote about it on LinkedIn, then you're instantly back in that mode when you're trying to have off time, and that's
Yeah.
really hard. So yeah, for me that is quite
Mm.
important.
You're so
Yeah.
right. And I suppose it's knowing what's important, isn't it,
Yeah,
to you? And this is
definitely.
another one of those beautiful things that's so personal, so
Yeah,
subjective. And because it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Like
it
being able
is.
to work from your phone, being you know, instantly contactable, it's a
Yeah,
blessing and a curse.
it
So
really
without
is.
those boundaries, you're not protecting what's important.
Yeah.
And I suppose the question beneath that is what is important to you? Because I can relate to what you were saying. Like when I started in business, I was very unbounded,
Mm.
and it was a really dangerous place. And actually, I think learning the hard way is the best way sometimes, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It is.
But it's knowing what's important to you
Yeah,
as a business owner,
yeah,
as a human being,
definitely. Yeah,
and knowing what needs to be
yeah,
protected
yes,
first, and
yeah.
then applying the boundaries. Would you agree?
Definitely. And I think also it's knowing your personal boundaries as well. So
Mhm.
I am a workaholic. I love to work. I love my job. What can I say? And if I didn't check myself, I would work too much. And I've had to say, no, my weekends are my weekend. I don't work Fridays now. Or my clients don't think I work Fridays. Shh, don't tell them.
Well, they know that you've told them now.
Yeah, I have now, haven't I? So Fridays is either a day off or a catch-up day where I'm uninterrupted, so that I don't have to work the weekends.
Yeah.
So because I did burn myself out and it was not fun, and I don't want to go back to that place. So,
Mm.
we have to know our personal boundaries as well. We learn our behaviors, we learn, our bad habits and what have you. And it's recognizing those and making sure that we don't revisit that, I think.
Yeah.
Which is
I
hard.
couldn't
It's harder
agree.
sometimes than telling other people to respect your boundaries, telling yourself to respect your
Yeah.
boundaries. Yeah,
You're
that's
so
difficult.
right there. You're so right. And there are so many, I think, is it 8 or 9 different types of boundaries as well? And actually,
Yeah.
you know, I have to check myself and remind myself that I'm putting those boundaries in place so I am at my best. Like you, I don't work Fridays unless I keep it as a clear day so I can do what needs to be done for either the business, myself, whatever. Go into the weekend, have a rest, and then I can hit next week full throttle. Um, with the exception of I normally do if I'm delivering training sessions, I do that on a Friday because it's a good day
Yes.
for me.
Yes.
But it's knowing them, it's communicating them. It's such a messy piece, isn't it?
It is. It is. It is a really grey area. There's no clean cut lines there at
Mm,
all, and it's down to knowing yourself and knowing what you like, what you don't like, what your bad habits are, and working around them. And I think that's a really important piece if you're going into business, certainly to know exactly what you need as a person and not what everybody else needs as well. And
yeah.
that can be hard.
Particularly, you and I as virtual assistants in that space,
Yeah.
we're serving, aren't we? And I know
Yes.
so many incredible businesses that they are delivering a service
Yeah.
to support and help others. So
Yeah.
that almost makes it harder, doesn't
It
it? But
does. Yeah. And we're
if
people pleasers,
anyone's
aren't we? We're definite people pleasers. There's no two ways about it. I think it comes with the job.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And if there's someone listening and watching today that's going, oh yeah, no boundaries. Oh, what what helps you with the boundaries piece? Is there anything in particular, a tip or a thing that's helped you? I know
Yeah.
one of and it sounds so stupid because it's so simple, but one of the things I do now that works for me is just put my phone on do not disturb when I'm
Yeah.
not working.
Yes,
And it's
that's the
so
biggie.
obvious, but it's made such a big difference because putting my phone in another room isn't going to work for me because I'm just going to be going in and checking
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But putting it on do not disturb, that for me is a really clear no switch off. I can still get messages. I'm still contactable,
Yeah.
but I get to choose when I check. Like that helps. But is
Yes.
anything what's helped you the most, Gwen?
Several things. First of all, the boundaries thing with clients, I make sure that I am clear about my boundaries right from the get go. So if a new client messages me out of hours, they don't get a response. If they ask me to do work overtime or call me at 5 to 5 in the evening, they will get a very clear, I will look after that in the morning because I am clocking off at 5. So set that right from the get go. That's really important. However, if you're already in deep with a client who's already doing it, don't be afraid to say, actually, do you know what? This has to stop. These are my working hours. If you want me to work over hours, if you're happy to, then you will be charged double time. If not, don't disturb me, please. So be clear with that. But with regards to the phone, I've got 2 SIM cards in my phone. So when I'm not at work, so we went on holiday to Cornwall, I just switched that SIM card off. So I had my team looking after other stuff so they could see emails and things coming through. And there was a message on my phone saying, I'm not here. If you need something, go to such and such. And that way, none of my WhatsApps came through and none of my phone calls and texts came through to that number, which meant my personal number was free and I was enjoying myself without going, oh, what's going on every 5 minutes. So that was a biggie for me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Again, simple things are often the most
It is.
powerful, aren't
It
they?
is, yeah. But it's you get sucked into habits and ways, don't you? And yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And I think as a whole, we're in this place where we can just, you know, communication is almost less
mm,
considered, isn't it?
yeah,
Because you can just ping a message or a voice note or what.
yeah,
There's so
yeah.
many different ways to communicate that I think it's almost less considered, isn't
Yes,
it? That actually there
yes.
is someone on the receiving end. So
Exactly. This is
sometimes you
it.
just like,
Yeah,
I'll get this out of my head. I'll
yeah,
move on. Write your email.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
really interesting. So when we're talking about kind of prioritizing
Mm,
what matters,
mm.
boundaries we recognize is a big part, and
Yes.
actually understanding what matters and what's
Yeah,
important
yeah.
is a big part. But like all the big topics that we have on this show, there's a lot more to it, isn't
Oh,
there?
yes.
So what else do you think,
Okay.
Gwen?
For me, it's values and what I stand for and what my businesses stand for. So, um, you know, you get all the usual ones like honesty, trust, integrity, la di da di da. But one of the things that I stand for with the SVA certainly is making sure that our industry is professional and is well recognized for what it is. And I think alongside that goes best practice. And for that, we ask virtual assistants have their insurance in place, they have their contracts in place, their ICO registration, and they just make sure that they're working to the best practice possible, because our industry it's a real gem. We're
Mm,
so collaborative. We offer an incredible range of services. I say to everyone, virtual assistant is an umbrella term. It's not a job
mm,
title.
yeah,
Underneath that is a whole range of services from web design to social media to admin, you name it, it's under that umbrella. And we want to protect that and make sure that it's well recognized. And for me, certainly, that best practice and the standards within the industry are everything. And that's why we work so hard at the SVA to try and make sure people are adhering to that and just doing the best they can, really. And to encourage them still to collaborate and to talk to one another, learn from one another, and use each other to grow their businesses. And yeah, that's really important to me and to the industry. So that is
yeah.
a priority for me.
Thank you, Gwen. And I'm so glad that because it's I think values come up in pretty much every episode in some
Yes.
guys, and it's
Yes.
so important. And I just want to reiterate what you've said there because it if anyone's not familiar, the Society of Virtual Assistants in the UK, you guys are so dedicated to on top of your own businesses, which to those things you've just mentioned there, and it's so important. The VA space is unregulated.
Hmm.
It is an umbrella term. There's so many incredible
Yes.
people out there, and I think that I know how hard and committed you are to be the figurehead and to oversee you and your team, making sure that we're just driving best practice for everyone's
Yeah.
benefit.
Yeah.
And I will just because I haven't spoken to you, Gwen, since I've become an
No,
approved society
congratulations.
trainer, which has literally made my year. Was the best news. But it whilst you're championing virtual assistants and best practice, you're also trying to offer some ethical, professional, credible trainers as well for those that are
Yes.
looking to join the industry, and that is
Yeah.
immensely. I am biased because I am one now, but that's immensely important as well. So
It really
thank
is.
you,
Yes.
thank you
Not
for
at
everything
all.
that you do, and actually prioritizing what matters. That whole piece of the society is a huge of huge importance to you, but to others as well. So
Yeah.
how do you prioritize that with your business then?
I have time. So I allocate time in my diary. I mean, there's obviously times where I go, oh, heck, I'll just do this because I'm good at that. I get easily distracted. But don't we all? But no, I allocate time. So normally a Tuesday is SVA day. So for me, that's when I catch up with things, and if I'm running behind, then a Friday sometimes as well. So yeah, but we have advisory board meetings once a month, and that's where I check in with my board and we look at what's going on, what new legislation is coming in, how the survey's going, and they guide me. They are a godsend. They really are. Because one thing I
Mm.
wanted to make sure when I took over the SVA is that I'm not having a kind of biased impact on the industry or on the SVA itself. So they balance me out. They help me deal with difficult situations. They come up with ideas that I wouldn't have thought of, and they push me to do things that sometimes I don't want to do. So,
They
so
sound like a
they
stellar team
really
of
are. They
people.
really
Yeah.
are, and I don't know what I would do without them. Frankly,
Mm.
they've kept me sane. And when things happen, like we had several family members in hospital earlier this year, they came to the rescue and took over everything for me. And yeah, they are really valuable, and so are our
No.
volunteers as well,
Yes. I
who
was
take
gonna
on
say
the job.
your team, it's all volunteer run,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it
Which is
is.
just
Yeah, yeah,
remarkable.
we're all volunteers. Yeah,
And that's just hearing you speak then is just it's again, it's signposted another kind of really key thing
yeah,
in business is
yeah.
being supported by the right people.
Definitely, definitely. It's
In
everything.
whatever capacity, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
having your advisory board, having your team, having your VA, having your accountant
yeah,
or whatever,
yeah,
having that right support
yes,
is what makes the world of difference, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, definitely. And they have been a big support. So yes, it's a really nice setup actually, and
Really?
yeah, and our volunteers are lovely. We've got like a WhatsApp community, so they can share all their ideas if they've got any questions, and the board are in there as well, so they can all get to know each other. So yeah,
Amazing.
they're all really valuable to me, and yeah, I want them to know that they are loved.
Oh, well, we're sending a whole heap of gratitude and
Yes.
appreciation to those people today, and very much deserved. And
Yeah.
I don't know if this is I don't know why this question's just come to me, but how did you know that the society mattered to you before
It's
you took it over?
Yeah, so it was one of the first organisations I engaged with when I first became a VA in 2014. And I'd gotten in contact with Caroline and sort of said, I'm becoming a VA, I don't know what to do. and and she pointed me towards all the helpful blogs on the website, and that was where I first learned about best practice and what I needed to have in place to start my business and to be taken seriously.
Mm.
And I stayed engaged with it, and I met Caroline because I like to get to as many conferences as possible. I really enjoyed that side of it. I think as a VA, it's a lonely pursuit, isn't it? So to get out to things like that and have people that actually understood what I did, because my parents still don't get what I do. They they really don't. So to have other people that actually got it was really valuable to me. And obviously I met Caroline at a lot of those, and
Mm.
we got talking and we shared those same values.
Mm.
And that what was important to us. I also got involved with the trainers um,
Mm.
manual when that first came out in 2018, and with when GDPR came out, I got heavily involved with that side of things with
Mm.
them. And Caroline then got to a place where she felt she couldn't run it anymore, and she offered it to me. And I had to think about it because it's a big job to take on, but I felt that it was right for me, and it was something that I was passionate about, and I think she saw that passion in me for
Mm.
making sure that the industry thrived, and yeah, that it went from there in March 2023. So yes,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow, I love that. Again, the power of connection.
yeah,
I was laughing when you were saying about, well, I think my parents still think my business is a rebellious phase. That- and I love them. I always have their support, but it's like, no, this is my thing now.
yeah. This is it. This is it. Yeah, yeah. It's funny, isn't it? It's
Oh, it
yeah.
is funny, but having the support from people who get it. is
Yeah.
just
It
so,
makes all
so
the difference in the
important.
world.
It really, really does. And
Yeah.
that matters for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
But how do you prioritize that? Because I'm like you, and I know you do a lot of speaking engagements as well,
Yeah.
and I've had the pleasure of seeing you speak myself before. I love a conference. I love all of that stuff as well. But how do you
Yeah.
prioritize that? Because inevitably clients have demands, family have demands,
Yeah.
other hats that we wear. Um, how do you prioritize that stuff?
I'm lucky in that my clients are really flexible with my lifestyle. So the clients I have, a lot of them I've had since I started, and they've kind of grown with me and they understand. And their work is not uh, so critical that I need to be there every day, shall we say? So they're happy if I miss a day of checking emails, and that's really really beneficial for me because I can say to them actually, and I'll quite often give them a list of dates coming up across the year of when I
Mm.
plan to be at conferences, and normally we'll stay for maybe 2 nights. So I'll say to them, these 3 days in June, I'm going to be away. So I'm going to the Midlands VA conference in 2 weeks' time. So they know that Monday, Tuesday that week, I'm not going to be available. Unless it's an emergency, I always say to them, I'm on my mobile if you need me. Or you can speak to one of my associates as well, who can, if they need something, like I've got an audio typing client that sometimes has really urgent audio typing jobs. And obviously, if I'm at a conference, that's not something I can do. So I have a backup associate for that. So yeah, sometimes the team will take over, but sometimes my clients are great and they'll just go, no problem, we'll see you when you get back. And they probably saved
Yeah.
lots of work up for me, but they'll see me when I get back.
Always the way, isn't it? But
Yes, this is
actually,
it. Yeah.
again, it just came to me then listening to you speak. But again, it's about you prioritizing yourself to be at your best.
Yeah.
You're filling your cup, if you like, by
Yeah. Yeah.
connection, being
Yeah.
with other people, learning new
Yeah.
skills, best practice.
Yeah.
You're going to a conference and you're coming away with fresh knowledge,
Yeah.
fresh
Yeah.
enthusiasm, motivation, whatever. And
Yes.
that's all
Yeah.
plugged straight back into your work. So
Well,
it's
it is. It
like,
benefits
it,
them as well. Yeah.
yeah.
And I mean, also, I think it goes back to finding the right clients as well and the
Mm,
people that are like you. So, we have a very good relationship with clients, and it's
mm,
not friendship because it's a professional relationship, but it's
yeah.
getting there.
Yeah.
One of my clients I share a love for lichen with, so we we both have an
Ooh.
environmental science background, so we share
Ooh.
stories about lichen. So
I did not know that. Can I what's I need I don't know what question to ask. I'd like to know more about that.
well, I did a degree in environmental science just because I love that subject area, and I'm very passionate about weather and lichen. They're my two loves in life. So so if you ever
Oh,
want to know the weather, come to me.
I every day's a school day. Thank you for sharing that. I
Not
want
at
to
all.
know. I can't think of any questions about lichen.
Oh, lichen is
Have you got
amazing.
have you got like a favorite fact or something?
So my favorite lichen is old man's beard, and it grows kind of in areas of the country where there's very little pollution. So if you go up into like the Highlands of Scotland or into like the hills in Scotland where there's no traffic or anything, you can find it, and it looks like an old man's beard. It grows on trees. So, but lichen takes well, years and years to grow. It's so slowly. So if you see a big patch of lichen, you know that it's been there a really long time. So yeah,
That's incredible. That is incredible. Thank you.
that's all right.
Do you know what? I feel so privileged and grateful. I procrastinated on doing a podcast for such a long time, Gwen, and I was just like, because I was afraid. And now I'm like, I get to hang out with great people.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never know where the conversation is going to go. I am absolutely in awe of that. I've got so many questions, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
stop
we're going off
because
on
I
a
need
tandem now, aren't we?
because that could be a whole
It
separate
really
podcast
could. It really
series.
could.
It really should
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
But I'm gonna just begrudgingly pull myself back. I don't think we've had conversations about weather and liking on the show. I think that's the
Ah,
first.
there you go, you see.
What's your sorry, listen, this is me. What's your favorite type of weather?
Oh, this is a hard one because I'm really, really quite passionate about thunder and the cumulonimbus and the funnel clouds and things like that. But I'm terrified of lightning because I nearly got hit by lightning a couple of times as a child. And so that's a real love-hate relationship. So
Okay.
I'm fascinated by the clouds and the idea of them, but I don't
Yeah.
like to look at them.
Okay. I get that. I love a good thunderstorm and
Right. Yeah, my
love
husband does. Yep.
I love the
Yeah.
rain.
Yeah. The
Not as long as I haven't got
freshness.
to go out in it. But
Yes.
I am
Yeah.
actually solar powered. Like we joke, like I
Oh,
need
lovely. Yep. Yep.
sunshine to kind of keep me
Yes.
charged up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring us back because we
Yes.
are here today. We're talking about prioritizing what matters, but
Yeah.
that again, that's another shred of you, another
Yeah.
thread of you that is
Yes.
important, isn't it?
Yeah,
And I
it
think
is.
the there's something that's been a common thread between some of the topics we've gone around today
Yeah.
is knowing yourself. I
Yes,
think is important in
definitely.
all of this,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It really is. I think, and that takes time. I mean, it's taken me
Mm.
40 years to find out who I am. It's eh, yeah, and certainly when I started my business in 2014, I did not know myself as well as I do now. That takes time and experience, I think. And
Yeah.
I still don't know everything.
Oh,
there's a lot to learn, but yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
don't believe any one person does know
No,
it all, do
definitely
they?
not.
And
Definitely not.
I couldn't agree more. When I don't recognize the human that started my business when that
No,
started my
no.
business.
Yeah,
I just think it's been the greatest
yeah,
journey of personal development, of growth, of
definitely.
actually really knowing yourself. Don't bother with therapy, just start a business.
Yes, it's true.
I'm
It's so
joking.
true.
I'm joking, but you certainly do discover
Yeah.
so much about yourself,
Oh,
don't you? I
yes.
think it
Yeah.
exposes all of your vulnerabilities, your
Yeah.
rough parts, your
Mhm.
smooth parts, and everything in between.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it for the world, would you?
No, absolutely not. No, although it is annoying because my husband quite often says to me, "Be careful of," and I'm just like, "Whatever." And then it's like, "Oh yeah, okay. Damn it, he was right."
We've got that on record.
Yes, he is not
We
listening to this podcast.
we can edit that out. Don't
Yes.
worry. Oh,
Yeah,
Gwen, you
but
are a
yeah.
joy. You are a joy. So I'm gonna just bring us back down because I can
Yeah.
already feel myself getting distracted with other questions that I need to ask you. But we've been talking about prioritizing what matters when you run a
Mhm.
business, and I
Yeah.
think we're both agreed that actually
Mhm.
knowing yourself is important.
Yeah.
Right, slap bang at the start, we hit it hard with boundaries as well,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We
And
did.
and I
Yeah.
think, communicating them, enforcing them,
Mhm.
upholding them, and actually being clear from the offset
Yeah,
is really important. And we've talked about the
definitely.
society and all the incredible work you do,
Yeah.
and the value and appreciation of having a team on your
Yes. Yes.
on having a team at your side,
Yeah,
whoever they are.
definitely.
And we should definitely prioritize that. I think that's my takeaway from this actually. Prioritize people
Yeah.
in the sense of,
Yeah.
I hear this so many times from business owners, oh, I'm too busy to go networking, or I'm too busy to do that. And it's like
Mm.
that connection's really, really
It's
important,
essential.
isn't it?
It really is,
Yeah.
and it's, I think I was talking about this recently, when I spoke at Lounge by the Sea, but one of the most important things now more than ever before is that people to people connection. In this age of AI and technology, people still buy people and people still support people. And AI will never replace that. And, networking and referrals are still right at the top of the way VAs get business in the UK VA survey every single year. People. And it's just, yeah, that people connection is everything, absolutely everything. And networking, don't stop networking, because that will pay dividends several years
Mm.
down the line. It's a slow burner, but it works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't agree more, Gwen. The importance of human
Mm,
connection in our rapidly a high
yeah,
tech world.
yeah,
I've had this conversation countless times again, like
yeah.
how organizations are actually shifting their marketing efforts and focuses to be more human.
Mm,
Um, and I know, yeah, I don't think that's the luxury of the future, I think, isn't
it
it? That
is. Yeah,
humanness.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
oh, Gwen, I mean, I feel like I'm going to stop recording, close this episode, and we're going to have to talk about weather some more. You are a gift. I have loved hanging out with you today,
It's been
and
fun.
it has been a lot of fun. And thank you to those of you that are listening, watching, tuning in, and going on this journey with us, because our time and energy are both so precious. And it means a lot that you've spent some of that here with us today. And Gwen, if what's the best way for people to reach out to you? We'll put the society's website in and make
Yeah,
sure that there's some links. But is LinkedIn your
yeah,
channel of
LinkedIn
choice?
is that's where I hang out. So I like LinkedIn. So yeah, feel free to connect and send me a message on LinkedIn, and I will come back to you. But yeah,
Wonderful.
do have a peruse of the website, because there's tons of resources on there, and there's always more to come, because we're still moving it over from the old website.
Oh,
So yeah, there's a lot to
big
move over.
project. Big
Yes,
project.
it
Well,
is.
Gwen, thank you. I am very grateful. I've loved speaking to you today, and we will be back with another purposeful conversation all about alignment in due course. But in the meantime, follow along on our journey and do let us know what has resonated with you.